Hello everyone, this is Jason from Divinity.
And this is Tiffany from Divinity.
This is our first joint Let's Play. I guess in anticipation of doing one for Baldur's Gate 3 eventually.
I'm so excited about that game. I cannot even tell you. So, Divinity Original Sin, that's what we're planning on playing today. Now, you've played this before, quite a bit. Not really.
Yes, it's one of my favorite games. I love this game. But since Tiffany has not been playing, she will actually be taking the lead for the most part in this game.
Oh, put me on the spot. Ugh. Alright, well, I guess so. So what do we do first, though?
Starting a new game. Multiplayer, I guess.
Well, I would hope so. Okay, so what... Explore mode, I'm guessing that's like the easy...
That's the easiest mode.
We don't need to do... We can go... Is classic like normal, average?
Classic is supposed to be normal. However, this is an intense strategy game at times. So...
I hope that isn't you calling me dumb.
It most certainly is not.
Okay, so we can go with classic, I think.
Alright.
It's not my first rodeo with video games altogether. So, give me the... Is it going to give us the premise of the game and everything right at the start?
You're going to have to kind of work it out as you go, because this game kind of works like a mystery in addition to being a strategy game.
Oh, okay.
It's also very open-worldy, not in the world itself, but in the fact that you have to discover things for yourself.
Okay. So, basically, you're not giving me any lore drops. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, we get to create our own characters? Which one am I?
Oh, this is... Hello. How come it's putting me as both characters? Both players? Maybe I made a mistake by clicking multiplayer.
Did you?
I think I did.
How's that possible?
I'm not sure. Because when you hit single player, it gives you the chance to put another player in. So let's try it this way.
Jason, you're ruining our recording! Well, I mean, and you and I have played multiplayer games quite a bit, but there really aren't nearly as many out there anymore, especially not RPG style games, which is what we prefer.
And certainly very few that you can play while you're in the same room together.
Right.
Most multiplayer games tend to be online these days, which is really sad, because the two of us started playing together with, like, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance.
Oh, we played games together before that? We used to play Sonic the Hedgehog together on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that's right. Sonic 2,
day.
but the second player could never die, and it was weird. Press the options button.
Alright.
There, now we're both
in.
Alright, so I am definitely not female. And you are definitely not
And
male.
what's wrong with being female, per se?
Whoops. Nope. Cancel. It's just not how I identify myself. And yes, you can select what your underwear is, which is really ridiculous.
Okay, so I guess we start with gender.
Let's see.
You get to decide on their underwear?
Yeah, that's stupid ridiculous, because you never see it in-game.
And I am in the most ridiculous set of heels.
That might be part of your class, though.
Alright, well, what class are you planning on playing?
I'm going to eventually be a sort of super mage. A
super mage? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. This game doesn't really follow classes very well. I mean, your starting skills is what you'll basically be determining. Let's see, talents. I do not want to know it all. That unless, I do, however, want Pet Pal. I don't want to start out with Geomancer. I want to start out with
It's really kind of difficult to see their faces very well.
Yeah, it is.
Although, I get the idea that it's probably not going to be as big a deal.
Mm-hmm. No, the way we're going to be seeing it... Yeah, what I'm doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the more advanced form of what we're doing. You, Tiffany, might actually prefer to just pick a starting class. I'm sort of personalizing.
Okay. Well, since we're playing together and everything, probably good to kind of... Oh, what happened?
Look, what? It looks like you changed your skin color.
No, I can't.
Oh, that's because I'm typing something in a text box.
You're calling yourself Avalon 3?
That's my gamer tag.
I know, I just figured we were going to choose, more like... I don't know. Fantasy.
I got one of those.
So if you're going to be a magic user, maybe I should be a fighter?
There's a wide range of things you could be. You could be a fighter.
I've spotted a trap. I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
There must be a way to spring this trap safely.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
Have I got anything that needs a good firing?
These are very suggestive snippets of conversation. I may have a blade that needs honing.
You sure you want obsidian? Wow, you look like a drow.
Oh, what? There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's cool.
Forget the personality because you're playing the character, so no AI.
So no AI.
Press O to go back.
Alright, so
or unless you want to change the portrait.
I don't know. I guess the white-haired one, since I've got... I mean, doesn't look anything like me, so...
Yeah, I don't think any of them are gonna look quite like you, but that's fine. My portrait...
Okay,
actually, I do need to change my portrait to not look like that.
Alright, so obviously I don't want to be Roderick.
Press square to delete, then type.
Oh, right. What are we gonna call me? Call me Lolf?
That'd be for those of you who are D&D lovers in the room.
Well, if we're going drow, why not? Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. How about just,
What, something like Lillian?
Lilith.
Lilith. That's kind of a suggestive name, but that's alright. Go down... Right now you're set as a rogue, so before you touch any of that, go down one more, and you can select your starting subclass.
Ooh, what is a Shadow Blade?
A mix of man-at-arms... actually, I think that's a mix of rogue and witchcraft abilities.
That's very cool. Well...
Ranger, Knight, who uses two-handed weapons, as mostly man-at-arms. Inquisitor, I can't... mage and witchcraft abilities, I think. Fighter, just exactly what it sounds like cleric, that's a mix of your fighter and healing abilities.
And you are able to pick up other characters in this, right? It's not just going to be you and me.
We'll be picking up at most 2 more characters. The 2 that I suggest are an archer and a warrior.
So
the
ranger or fighter are your...
Fighter is great for survivability because you got that shield that'll block attacks and let's see. Cleric has much of the same abilities, except also gets starts with some Hydrosophist skills, which are healing type abilities.
Right. Okay, so fighter or knight?
Well, we get...
I like the outfit for the fighter better, so we'll go with that.
Which is actually good because the character we end up picking up later will be a knight.
Okay. Now, are there specific ones that you pick up? Like you already know?
There are 4 available to pick up. There's a wizard who I've never picked up. I've never picked up the wizard.
Okay.
There's a rogue who has lost his voice. I've not done more than his starting abilities. Sorry. And there's a knight, and there's a ranger.
Okay, so how do we set this thing off then?
All right, when we're ready. Oh yeah, I need to back out of this. When we're ready, we press the options button. Ooh, you don't want to start messing with those unless you know what they do. So, are you ready to go?
Yeah. Sure thing.
The sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Yeah.
So hunters are looking for the magic?
Well, sort of. There's magic and then there's sorcery. They're 2 separate things.
Oh, okay. So, not all magicians use Source, but everybody who uses Source uses magic.
Sort of, yes.
Hear them gulls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look.
It's a really interesting art style.
And they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can.
Yeah, you have to remember this was Larian Studios' first game.
Orcs are on
and it was actually...
Undead have closed every route out. And
it was actually Kickstarted.
To get justice for the Counselor.
That means that they set up
May the luck of the gods be with you.
Well, you might, but our audience might not.
Oh, that's true. I apologize.
You see, a Kickstarter is when a company sets up a public fund for people to put money into a game or a project. There are a handful of very successful ones. Most of them don't turn out as well as this. This one turned out fantastically. After they made this one, they made a second one, and now they're on to Baldur's Gate 3. So that's a big rock. In 3 games, they've been tasked with making the next big game, I guess, of the next generation.
Oh, and I saw the trailers for Baldur's Gate 3 look amazing. Oh, okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Now, while we're close, well, we can't twist the screen now. You could press and hold X to do a search around you.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing around us at the moment. Game auto-saves at certain points. That's very helpful.
More junk.
So why did you pick up a skull?
I did.
Why?
It's a
If I
crafting
didn't know
item.
there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make
Oh,
a
we
bit
could
of
go
noise
shell
when they attack.
hunting.
It's dark
Yep,
dealing
and you can sell
sorcerers
them.
that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
That just outside of the game here, the little narrator at the beginning.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage?
I don't think we'll pick up the dead man, right? We're not gonna carry.
Well,
out
we could search him.
I thought we did. I thought I did.
No, you searched around him.
Oh.
Here's the Traveler's Journal.
Oh, see.
Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly. For I soar through the air, soar through the sky like an eagle. I shall attempt a mere hop. Small fleet for the man who can fly. Alright, if those of you who are looking really closely will be able to see that we now have exclamation points above our head. That means there's a conversation to be had between our characters.
Okay.
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues of all
I hate
things.
my portrait. Alright, I'll explain this in just a second.
Well, great deeds require the occasional leap of faith. I myself might have done the same.
Okay, I'll
And
go.
end up a stiff tangle of limbs on a forgotten beach. I prefer a measured step to a flailing leap, thanks.
Alright, we both got a trait.
So, you're now a romantic and I'm a pragmatist?
Just a second, I'm trying to remember some of my controls here. Whoop. That's not right. There we go. Switch over to character, and I picked up a trait. I picked up the romantic trait, which gives me an increase in my lucky charm score.
Oh, your lucky charms.
Whereas Tiffany over here has picked up a +1 to her crafting skill for pragmatic.
So how do I look at that?
Yeah, press R2 and picks up a list. Lets you look at your equipment, your inventory, your character for your leveling.
Okay. So I'm pragmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. I think I'm gonna kind of stick with that, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you don't always know how these conversations will impact you.
True. But, you know, I don't mind playing this as a pragmatic character. I tend to RP a little more. Ooh. Summon undead warrior.
Yep, it's a scroll, it's one use item.
I tend to kind of RP my characters a little more.
Is it this way?
I don't know what's up the stairs.
Up the stairs is an encounter. Just a second, though. Ooh, shell.
So we're able to sell the shell? Sell the shells we found on the seashore?
Yeah. Oh, okay, this just leads us back to where we were.
Sell seashells and seashore?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you name your character again?
Dominus.
Dominus, of course.
That's a kind of a common one for me.
How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Conduit.
Madam Conduit?
Yes.
A conduit for what?
Good question.
Rise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
See, one of the key things about sorcery, as opposed to other forms of magic, is to let you raise the dead.
Oh.
So we have just run into a pair of sorcerers, or to at least one.
Okay, so you become a sorcerer by.
You're born with the gift.
Okay, but we're looking for source.
People who use source, because people who actually use it, it can drive them crazy.
If you can't stand the heat.
Now that's how the combat in this game works. Is every action you take costs a certain amount of action points, and you get so many to start with, and you get so many new ones every single round.
Okay. I like the turn-based system. It takes me back.
Yo, yeah.
Old games.
Old RPGs always had turn-based ability.
Okay. So that was a regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
That was. Now you did two things with yours and hurt the little thing twice.
Yes. Press triangle, you pop up this screen of all the little things you can do. These are special abilities.
Okay.
This one, which I can use what's around, only costs 3. This one here costs 5. But I had 8 to start with, so I could do both.
Okay. But you can't do both this time.
Nope. Especially since the first one is actually on cooldown.
Okay. So I can press triangle, crushing fist, power stance, battering ram. I can't use staff, right?
No. I don't know why it always gives us that, but...
I have a firestorm grenade. I can flee.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess we can go with crushing fist.
Mm-hmm. Or you could use battering ram. You can actually hit both of those enemies with battering ram.
Okay. Oh, because it's in a straight line.
Yes.
Oh,
and what's more, you've knocked them both down.
Alright, so now I have to end my turn?
Mm-hmm. Now those 2 action points were preserved. That means that you can, that they will be available to you on your next turn.
This is the end for you!
In addition to whatever you earn per turn, they'll be there.
Okay, so... I can use crushing fist this time.
You could have used it last time, but it's just battering ram was the better choice.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't use battering ram again.
Nope, because it's on cooldown.
So then, now I attack.
Select your target.
Well,
oh, you failed to knock him down.
I didn't do that much damage. Oh, can I attack again?
Absolutely, you got more than enough action points.
See, my regular attack did more than a crushing fist.
I know, but crushing fist has a chance to knock down.
Oh, like the battering ram.
Bless the 7, I am restored!
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
Well, now we have a choice. Do we go through the tutorial dungeon, or do we just keep moving?
I would say the tutorial dungeon.
Right.
I'm a new player, please.
So I'll go ahead and...
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Okay, so I would have to pick number 2 to...
No, you don't have to. I mean, whatever you pick, we can go whatever way we want, but...
Okay.
Indeed. For all we know,
I'll be agreeable.
these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
And we both picked up the independent trait.
Now, what does independent do?
Independent increases our willpower by 1.
Alright, so we go up the steps?
Well, no, because the dungeon is behind us, but there's some things we can pick up over here. Let's see. And we want to go down.
I noticed the little map up there, yeah.
Yeah, we do in fact have a mini-map.
Well, we have to get all the black away.
No, we don't have to, but it's always...
We can't leave anything unexplored.
It's an RPG. What type of RPG players would we be?
I am a completionist.
Thought for sure he'd be here.
Who?
Ah, there he is.
He who? I'm Michelle?
Ishmichelle.
Look! A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must suffer.
Aww.
Call me Ishmichelle, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores.
Anyone who knows Moby Dick will know that first line.
Under a canopy of arid sky, not his native tender water.
It seems strange that you can talk.
Of course I can talk. Don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise
Aren't they all tongues?
That's just... pearls do have hearts, but their tongue is basically the entire musculature that they have.
My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean? Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for. Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me as far as your arm's strength gives lease, and treasure long sunk I will grant thee. Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as she passes. But when your existence is one of misery, she becomes a lethargic hobby. Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity, when the ruins around us were palaces, and the sun-bleached dead merry children. All this I have seen, alive, alone, alas.
Aww.
What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long-lost treasure?
An interesting choice. Not so interesting. This
King
one's...
of Pearls, you say? Sounds lucrative. Let's sell him to local merchants. Nah, let's be nice. I'm okay with being nice, right?
I'm always okay with being nice.
Kindness is its own reward. And then there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the sea.
Agreed. Let's send him home.
Liberator!
And we both got the altruistic trait.
I have returned, where every wave feels like a mermaid's,
Which increases our reputation plus 2.
yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Ooh, a mermaid's kiss?
It's a unique ring. 11% water resistance and plus 9 HP.
Yay!
We will all but certainly replace that before the end of the first third of the game, but...
So what? Okay, so how do I put it on?
Pop up equipment. Go to the ring section. Select it, and it's right there.
Ah, yay! We don't have anything else, though, right?
No.
Alright.
So, onward.
I have a ring.
Before we go to the dungeon, let's go ahead and...
Now, why did we just get 30 XP for just walking?
Because we just found a shrine.
Oh.
Which is how fast travel works. And the shovel. That's going to be important later.
Is the shovel important?
Shovel is actually very important.
No, what? I'm sorry. What did the shrines do?
They will be a means of fast travel, but they aren't yet.
Hold on. I found more seashells.
Yes.
Isn't that why everybody goes to the beach?
I think so.
Look for shells.
Whoops. This way.
We're too far apart.
Yeah, when we're far enough apart, it will split screen.
Oh, good. You know, I remember playing some of these games with you, and you just couldn't get that far from each other.
No, back in the PS2 days, you just couldn't.
We're going up here? What about... She went that way.
Yes, but this is where they came out of.
Oh, that's what we're going to look
This is the tutorial dungeon, yeah.
Alright.
Whoops.
Care to join me in here?
Yep.
This seems to be broken.
You can only select unbroken urns to search them.
Into the fray once more.
Ooh, what happened to me? You can talk to rats?
Yeah, you can, but if you have the pet pal...
From a long line of tomb dwellers. They say the matriarch of my clan was the first to sample the mummified flesh of the last Source King.
Ew.
They're rats. What do you expect?
There's a chest. It's locked. Can we unlock the chest without being rogues?
Yes. In fact, you don't have to be a rogue at all to use, like...
But it's locked.
Yeah, we don't have any, Now, we have a couple of choices here. I'm just gonna bash them.
That... Interesting.
All I got was an oil flask and an old cloth. There's a rat's tail in that thing.
Okay, so... Onward?
Onward. Just a second, let me put that thing on my head.
Oh my goodness, so much stuff. Fire arrows? But neither of us use a bow.
No. Remember I said at the beginning one of the compatriots we will end up picking up.
Oh, what did you just do?
You press square when you're next to one of those things, you get a selection of options, and one of those options is move. I think all of these are empty now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, nope. Thank God you found a tooth. That will be important.
Careful! There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in
See, there it
protecting
is.
whatever's kept there.
So are we able to...
We will, once we are able to pick up disarm toolkits, but for now, ooh, milk.
What happens if I press X on use?
It will blow up in your face.
Oh, so let's not use it. Do you want me to take the skull?
I suppose we can. You see, eventually we'll be able to grind it into bone dust, which is important.
Oh, what's the difference between a broad skull and just a regular skull?
None as far as I knew.
Has anyone ever told you you're as pretty as a starstone? I may not be able to see past your ankles, but I'm sure of it.
Aw, what a sweet little rat.
Then meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day. This seems to be broken.
An old parchment.
You opened it before me. That wasn't very fair. You know I'm a loot person. I have to get it all.
Read.
So how come you can talk to the rats now?
Because I started with the pet pal talent.
The pet what?
You get certain talents as you can pick up certain talents as you level up, but you start with a couple. I replaced one of my talents for Pet Pal. Simply because it is really important later on. Yeah, there are a couple of chests in here.
What did I start with?
Well, why don't we check? Go to character and go to talents. My Precious, which reduces your wear and tear on your equipment. And Opportunist, which lets you make attacks of opportunity.
Oh. Anaconda. Again, my Anaconda don't want none.
Increases damage with crushing weapons by 10%.
Okay. And so you can earn these?
As you level up, you can pick up talents, yes.
Okay. Interesting, very interesting.
If you want to know what you're going to get at your next level up, just go to status. At level 2, we will pick up an attribute point and an ability point. No talent point.
Okay.
Appears to be locked.
So how do you...
Well, I picked up some there's some lock picks right here. So what...
Right,
so I'm going to have you go ahead and pick up the lock picks. They're right here.
Oh, that did like nothing.
Now, when you go over here, press square.
Oh.
Add select pick lock.
Aha.
And a fighting knife and a poison arrow.
Alright. Now aren't you glad we're coming in here and grabbing all this stuff?
There's a bunch of stuff to pick up in here, as well as some experience.
And you just wanted to ignore it.
I most certainly did not.
Oh no, this one's locked too.
I just picked up the key.
Oh, well, if I'd known there was a key.
Yeah, it's teaching us the different ways. I picked up some apple juice.
Ooh, I want apple juice.
And an outdated short sword, 11 to 16 slashing, and a poison arrow.
So what do I guess I can look at my equipment. What do I have right now that I'm using to fight with? A training sword.
Which has the same...
Same thing as the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we've cleared this place out.
So where do we go now?
Same way we were going.
Oh, I came up here earlier.
Yeah?
There's nothing.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
Oh. A button?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice a button. I need to use the search thing more, apparently.
Yeah, the only way to get through this door is to attack it.
We made short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
Now, our weapons and armor do have a Ooh, hello. Fire resistance potion.
So that's why you'd rather pick the locks than just attack everything, because you'll lose your weapons.
Yeah, plus it's way, way, way faster. Let's see, where are we exactly?
I don't know, wherever it is, it has lava. The floor is lava. That's
the floor
game we're
is
playing.
not lava. Trust me, we will run into lava.
Oh, not enough strength. Oh, because you gotta move it.
You can move it, but she can't pick it up and keep it in her inventory.
Oh.
However, just a second. We're still looking around here. There we go. A rain scroll.
Is that what we want to use on this?
We can.
The floor is lava bit?
But I'm actually going to sell the rain scroll, so I'm going to use my actual rain spell.
In the rain, nobody can see you cry.
In the rain, no one can see you cry. Is that... Is that your romantic side that's showing?
I don't know.
That's a trap.
There's a trap around here. Trap disarm. A skeleton. An outdated short sword again. Now I have a trap disarm toolkit, I can disarm this trap, and it'll just disappear.
Congratulations. The chest is locked.
Key in the chest, in the vase. Old cloth bracers and some leather scraps. That's crafting material.
Okay, so you said there was crafting in this game. What kind of things do you craft? Weapons and armor and that kind of thing?
Weapons and armor,
Do you like shiny
spell
toys as much as
scrolls,
those other fellows?
skill books eventually. There's a lot you can eventually. It kind of sucks.
This seems to be broken.
That we can't.
Ooh, a fireball scroll.
Yeah, that's a spell I haven't learned yet.
Okay, so are you able to learn it once you have a scroll of that?
No,
ability,
actually,
or...
a scroll is one use. You have to find a skill book.
Okay, so how did you know you could do that?
Practice. Yeah, this thing doesn't tell you. This game does not tell you these things. Only thing in there was a key.
So if you don't have magic, how would you have gotten through that space?
The fireball scroll.
Oh, that's what they meant? Oh, I can sit down.
You can sit down on a bench.
I'll just take a break here for a while and just let you explore the dungeon and hang out. Alright, I'm bored.
Wait, one of those was not broken.
Oh, I found lockpicks.
That's very good. Let's hold on to them. I have the key, so we don't need it.
There's a rusty lever.
Yeah. Since your perception's high enough to see it, you notice that it's flashing.
Okay.
That means that we saw it through perception.
Water balloon! So is my perception higher than yours, or just...
Well, why don't we take a look?
Is this on character?
Attributes. My base perception is 6, but one of my... But, let's see. What was it? Willpower. Reputation. What was it that gave me a bonus to my... Oh no, I was going to pick up the light stepper feat. That gives you +2 to your perception.
Go back to your attributes, please. So I'm stronger than you, we're both Dexy, you're smarter than I am, and then the rest of it's we're all the same.
Yeah.
So just intelligence and strength, that pretty much does it for fighter and wizard.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, both Jason and I are very much D&D fans. We are D&D players. We love it.
Wait, before you do any of that, you notice this thing we just spotted? It's a trap, except it's the type of trap that produces the ooze.
You can't throw that far.
Mm-hmm. Got to go for something closer.
So can I...
You can throw farther than I can, because you have a higher strength.
You're not letting me.
There. There's one more in the middle of that other one.
So do I move a barrel?
So select it with square. And select move.
I said I spotted something.
Yeah, you can see it flashing in the middle of the green cloud. There. Now we don't have to worry about the stuff.
Yay! Oh, there's a bow.
Mm-hmm.
And some more fire arrows.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on.
Shh! I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
Sneak by pressing down on the D-pad.
We're rocks? Ah! What did we just...
Something
paper
isn't
mache
right
rocks?
here. It could be an ambush.
You hope there's no hint of a flame in this place? Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. No one can get in here but us and the boss. You don't know that! Those cultists have been poking about for days.
Alright, time to show ourselves.
How do we do that? Just cancel?
Black fire!
Try a surprise attack on these guys.
Dynamic force!
Now, but I gotta get close to be able to attack anybody.
No,
Am
you
I gonna
don't,
burn?
because that crushing fist is a ranged ability.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well that...
Knockout blow!
It didn't knock him down, but it did damage. So don't get too close to that fire.
Am I gonna burn if I get in the fire?
Yes.
So these are called buried mummies? Are they dead things?
Yes, they are definitely undead.
And they were just chit-chatting with each other?
Yep.
It's a little freaky.
This seems to be broken.
Ooh, how do we get up there?
We were up there.
Oh, okay.
We got a pair of weight things here that we're gonna have to put weight on. We could just use the two of us, except for the fact, yeah, bone piles are great sources of stuff, including bones.
Like bones. Wow, novel.
I
feel as though I am going slowly.
An arrowhead, a couple of arrow shafts.
You don't want a cooking pot?
A hammer. Now there is in fact some cooking-based crafting.
Ooh, an empty potion bottle.
Good for crafting. But yeah, there is some food-based crafting in this game.
And you can cook?
Yep.
That's it. We're just going to become chefs, open a restaurant, and live the rest of our days. So we're just source hunters? It doesn't give us like any kind of backstory about who we are or anything? We get to make that up?
That's an interesting concept. No, it doesn't really make any real...
It's locked.
Yes, it is.
Is there a key?
Yes, there is.
Did we go and miss something? Oh! Hello. So I'm guessing I walk over here. No!
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Ta-da! Oh. 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 What is that?
You talk to him.
Oh, okay.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it?
Oh. Oh. I don't think he's gonna believe me whatever I say.
Not? That's
In
pretty
life,
good reasoning.
I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy.
Bloodstone? I know not what you mean.
I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha!
See? I met a trio of strange cult-like figures before the entrance of the tomb. They seem to have a precious stone in their possession.
Oh yeah, that's real believable.
Yeah, I know, right?
Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now and I may deign to end you quickly.
Okay, so here's my question. Why didn't he wake up when they were here? And why would he think that we took it, we're gone for a long time, and they came back?
I don't know.
Run if you like, Defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to the grave.
Fight! Look him!
Flash fire! Oh, power!
Power! Alright, so, if I move over here just a little ways, or do I have to move to use the battering ram thing?
Nope.
I can get him and get this other guy?
Yes. Only one of them was knocked down. But you can now do a special attack against him because he's knocked down.
Just a regular attack? Just press X?
Yep. Because he's knocked down, you do more damage.
For you.
Yay! I killed one. Ow. Just don't fire up his feet so I can't get close to him. So what is melee power stance? Increase both the damage and the movement speed.
Which means you hit enemies more often, you hit enemies harder, but not as often.
Let's use it.
Footsteps of the brawler.
And attack him.
Yeah, attack him again.
I killed
Death
him!
never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Oh, now he's a ghost?
Yep.
Oh, well now I get to kill him again! I didn't do anything to him.
Yep, you missed. Swing again.
Oh, I missed. I was... So Jason, it's 9:35.
Yep, we're running out of time.
We gotta wrap this up, folkses. Oh, you picked up all his stuff. That wasn't fair.
That's alright. If any of it...
Ooh.
An aged robe. That'd probably be good for me.
And what does the tombstone do?
Here lies Master Ragequin's first apprentice, killed by a falling corpse.
Killed by a falling corpse. So how much is left in this tutorial dungeon?
None. There's a door up here, and we're out, and we're done.
Well, that was great. Should we save here?
I think we should. This was the first go at Divinity Original Sin, our dual Let's Play. This is Jason from Divinity.
And this is Tiffany from Divinity. To see more of our Let's Play, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and more shenanigans will ensue.
Thank you very much for watching, and like if you enjoyed.